Sometimes the most important part of a story isn't actually what's written on the page. Nope, it's hidden, kind of tucked away, just waiting for you to find it. Today, we're going to become text detectives. We're learning how to unlock the story between the lines. And our first case file, it's ready to go. Okay, so here's our scene. We've got Felicia. She's bundling up, trudging through these unplowed streets. I mean, it seems pretty straightforward, right? Or is it? The author has left some serious clues hiding in plain sight. So what are they not telling us directly? All right, detective hats on. Based only on that short little description, what can we figure out? What's her clothing telling us? And what about the streets? What did they reveal about where she is? The clues are all right there, just waiting for us to connect the dots. Our investigation starts with the most obvious clues. And in this case, well, the story is literally written in the snow. First up, that long, woolly scarf. Come on, you don't wrap one of those around your neck on a sunny day in July, right? This immediately tells us it's cold. This is our first solid piece of evidence. And next, let's look at the streets. The fact that they have not yet been plowed is such a critical detail. It doesn't just tell us it snowed recently. It tells us she's somewhere that plowing is a normal, expected thing. So we're probably not in the middle of nowhere. We're in a city that gets snow. So here's the thing. The text never says it's a cold winter day in a snowy city. We figured that out all on our own by connecting those clues. This skill, it's called reading between the lines. We're using evidence to see what the author is implying, but not saying out loud. But hang on, the case is not closed. Just when we think we've got the whole situation figured out, the author throws us a total curveball. Yeah, the plot is about to get a lot more interesting. And here it is, the twist. The focus suddenly shifts completely. We go from, surviving the cold to lipstick, a new skirt, and why is she checking the time again? Suddenly, this isn't just about a chilly walk in the snow anymore, is it? Okay, time to reevaluate. These new clues, checking her appearance, checking the time, they suggest something totally different. What do you think is happening now? Why would someone be doing all of this out in the cold? Let's break this down. Over here on the left, we've got our rock-solid facts, right? We're almost certain it's a cold winter evening. But the stuff on the right, that's different. We can't be 100% sure she's on a date or that she's nervous. We're making a more advanced kind of guess here. And this, my friends, takes us to the next level. We've moved from just figuring out the what of the situation to trying to understand the why behind what a character is feeling and doing. This is reading beyond the lines. We're using our own experiences, our own understanding of people to figure out motivations and emotions. Why does she care about her lipstick right now? Why keep checking her phone? We're actually trying to get inside her head. Okay, we've pretty much cracked the case of Felicia's evening, so let's zoom out for a second and organize everything we just learned into a really simple, powerful framework. So here's how it all fits together. First, we started by reading on the line, just the basic facts. Felicia has a scarf. Simple. Then we moved between the lines to figure out the what. It must be winter. And finally, we went beyond the lines to understand the human side of it, the why. She's probably nervous for a date. See the progression? It goes from words to context to motivation. And if you want the official kind of fancy term for all of this detective work we've been doing, it's called making inferences. It's the engine that really drives a deep understanding of any story you read. So how do you actually put this into practice? You've seen the skills in action. Now, let's get them loaded into your own personal detective toolkit. The next time you're reading anything, a novel, a news article, heck, even an email, just pause and ask yourself these questions. This list right here is your secret weapon. And always, always come back to that last question. What clues in the text tell me this? That's what keeps your guesses grounded in evidence. It turns you from just a guesser into a real detective. And here's why all this really matters. When you stop just being a passive reader and you start actively building the story in your own mind, the whole experience just changes. The story becomes way more engaging, more memorable, and honestly, it's just a lot more fun. So I'll just leave you with this thought. Every author leaves a trail of breadcrumbs. They write the words on the line, sure, but they hide the deepest truths between them and beyond them, just waiting for a good detective like you to come along and find them.